The best piece of advice I have for someone trying to succeed in the film industry or any creative space is if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong.
One of the best to ever do it.
What is freedom? I think I stole this from Bob Dylan, but maybe I stole this from Woody Guthrie. Freedom for me is waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night, and in between doing exactly what I want to do. What's the secret to happiness? The secret to happiness is finding something you love and then doing that for the rest of your life.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Site Review Tuesday. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success, and I want to say thank you for joining me. Now, here in a minute, we're going to get to reviewing one of your websites, and I do want to point out that while this has been pre-recorded, I'm hanging out in the chat, interacting with you guys live and answering your questions. Now, if you're interested in having your website reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit your site. And in addition to getting a site review, I also offer a one-on-one session to each photographer who has had a site review done to help them answer any questions or assist in making any changes that they may want to make. Now, don't forget, we also live stream every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so I hope to see you there. Let's get into the site review. All right, today we're going to be reviewing KathleenRileyPhotography.com. So let me get that status bar down here so you can see that web address. It's also in the link in the description below the video here. But we're just going to go ahead and get started here on the homepage. So first of all, Kathleen, great job getting your logo up here in the favicon section, getting some information in the homepage title right up here, and then also getting your logo here on this homepage. So nice job there. I believe what we're looking at is a custom homepage. So kudos to you, Kathleen, for setting up Zenfolio to utilize a custom homepage rather than just one of the default ones. I think you've done a great job here. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at this. So it says up here, specializing in animals and the people that love them. And then we've got a slideshow right here. Now, one of the things I've noticed about this slideshow is that some of the images have this little black bar here. And so what that's coming from is it's coming from the background of the slideshow. If the images aren't the same aspect ratio, then it force fits that image that's not matching the other ones in there and can leave this little black bar. That's a setting that you can actually go in and turn off. So if you go into the slideshow settings, I think it's under set options or set layout, one of those two, you can actually go in there and make the background transparent so that when it's showing these smaller images, it's not going to be this black bar. It'll be transparent and you'll see white there. So it might make that look a little bit nicer here. But a great job on that. If we scroll down here, we have two kind of portfolio sections we can enter. There's dog show galleries and dog show portraits, and these are actual links. So if I hover over them, you'll notice that my mouse cursor changes. Now, a couple of things you could do here. One, I noticed that these are not perfectly aligned, and maybe, I don't know if they're not the same size, maybe it's just because they're out of a line, but you could set up a table in here to get these to line up more evenly across here so that there's not this weird little space here. So that's something that you could do. The other thing you could do as well is it's not really apparent that these are links if I'm not paying attention to what my mouse does when I hover over these. So one of the things that you can do is you can go into the hover options for these images, and you can make it say like something like show the title when it's hovered, and that title could be something like click here to see my dog show galleries. You can do the same thing over here. So definitely something that calls attention to the fact that these are actual clickable links. Like now I just clicked on it and it's taking me here. So something to think about there. All right, scrolling down, we have this Follow the Adventure banner right here, which is really cool. This is nicely laid out. I almost expect it to be a little interactive, but none of this stuff is clickable, so maybe a good place for this to go to would be to your blog page or something like that. Other than it just being kind of a static image, maybe make this a clickable link that goes to your blog page. So something to think about here. And then at the bottom, you have a subscribe to our email list. So I'm guessing this is probably like some kind of embeddable thing from MailChimp. Really cool. Nice to have this in here and set up here on your homepage. The one big piece I am missing on this homepage is you are using a custom homepage. What I would really love to see is I would love to see a little bit more text, not a whole lot of text, but just a little bit more, maybe down under here somewhere talking about, you know, what you photograph in Minnesota, just some things like that so that we know, without looking up in the top, we know exactly where your locations are and things like that. And again, that's also going to help with your SEO. But really cool homepage. I think you got a great start here. Just a few things you need to kind of set up and fix. But other than that, I think it looks great. Beautiful, beautiful photos. Love the photos of the horses. And of course, I am a dog lover, so you have some beautiful, beautiful dog photos here as well. All right, let's check out your portfolio. So if I hover over portfolio, you've got it set up in a drop down, and there's a couple of different things in here. You have a show me everything section. So let's go check that out. And so we are being hit with a visitor sign-in. I'm not sure this is what you want to present on your portfolios. Maybe later on as you get into galleries, or maybe if you're doing a portfolio preview, like a custom page with half of your portfolio there, and then an option where they can click and see more, then maybe that's when you get them with the visitor sign-in. However, as a visitor, first going to try to see any type of portfolio, if I have to register to see a portfolio, first of all, I'm a visitor and I'm just wanting to see your work, so I'm not even sure what I would be saving 10% on. But let's just go ahead and take a look here. So I'm just going to put my name, and we'll do and it is all optional. So that is one thing that's nice, is this is all optional. So I'm just going to leave the email and the phone number blank. I'm going to hit continue, and let's go take a look. All right, so this is the Show Me Everything portfolio page. And so we've got some images here. If we scroll down, let's just take a look and see. So lots of different things. So this looks like this is basically maybe supposed to be the best of all of the different genres of photography that you shoot, kind of combined into one. Let's keep scrolling down here. Nice job not having anything hovering over the images, no distracting elements. One thing that I am missing is a gallery caption. So up here, I would love to see a gallery caption, just maybe explaining a little bit about this. Like, you know, hey, my name is Kathleen Riley. I specialize in all these different genres of photography, and these are the best of each category, or whatever you want to say up here. But then also making sure that, you know, you say something like, if you're interested in having me do a session for you, click here to contact me. So something in your gallery captioning up here, just providing a little bit more information about what we're looking at and why we're looking at this. Also, I do notice that your download button is on. That means that some of the photos somewhere in here are allowed to be downloaded. Let's see. So it looks like this entire gallery can be downloaded. Oh, maybe not. Yep. 89 photos. It looks like downloading is on for 89 of these photos. So that might be something you want to look at there. So just something to think about. But let's keep scrolling here. Some absolutely beautiful photos. Definitely some great shots in here. Let's keep going down here. I think you have a nice mix of shots in here. Definitely seems that you prefer animals over people, but that's perfectly fine. I think you have some gorgeous photos. So not too many photos. It's not overwhelming. It's not a big long scroll that I have to get through. Down in the bottom, I'm not seeing any categories and keywords. So I'm missing categories and keywords, which basically tells me there's nothing telling any search engine what these images are about. And it's not really going to be able to rank you very well without those categories and keywords showing down here at the bottom. All right, let's go back up to the top, and let's just keep going down the portfolio here. So let's go to dogs next. All right, and now because I did the visitor sign in the Show Me Everything portfolio, I'm not having to do it here, which is nice. So let's just take a look at this. You do have the year up here, so 2019 dogs. if you plan on updating this every single year, that's not a bad thing to have. If you're going to just recycle this and add new photos in or leave this linked for upcoming years, you definitely don't want to include any dated information in here. Just because even though your photos are fresh, they look great. If this says, 2019 and it's 2021, people are going to start wondering, well, why does it say 2019? That's 2 years ago. Are these old photos? Are they not photographing anymore? So definitely something to think about here. Also, again, the download button is showing, and no gallery caption here as well. Beautiful photos though, great job. There is a little bit of an inconsistency of watermarks I'm just noticing. So we have this white one right here. We have this one over here. We have a gray one, and we have a green one right here. So that's 4 different watermarks within the first 2 rows of images. Definitely something to think about as you're going through here, updating your site. Consistency is one of the things you do want to focus on, and making sure that your branding is consistent as well. I think using variations of this watermark based on what will better show on the image is fine. I would definitely consider probably changing this out to get one that has that clover in. All right. Let's see. Beautiful photos though. Absolutely gorgeous photos. Love the dog photos. Again, down here at the bottom, not seeing any categories and keywords down here. So again, just like before, something to think about there to make sure that you are getting good search rankings. All right, let's keep moving on. Let's go to horses really quick, and I'm probably going to have the same feedback. Oh, here we go. So here is something else as well. So this is one gallery where some of the things are a little bit different. We are now seeing the favorites option and the sequence number where we weren't before. So again, just making sure that your portfolio galleries are consistent. If this is showing here, maybe you want to have it showing on everything. For portfolios, I generally recommend having this stuff not showing on the portfolio galleries. There's not really a reason for it. Absolutely beautiful photos. Again, we're seeing the download button here, so something to think about there. Do we want people downloading these photos? Is that what they're there for? If it is, that's fine. If not, let's get that downloading option turned off. All right, let's keep scrolling down here. Let's take a look at the bottom. One of the things you are doing very well is making sure that you are not overwhelming people with incredibly too many images. Now we can tell by the sequence number that there's 49 here, but as you can see, that didn't take me a long time to scroll, so it's not overwhelming. 49 is probably getting close to pushing the limit. I would definitely not go any more. I usually would recommend trying to target about 15 to 20 of your very best images. Also too, down here, missing some categories and keywords again as well. So just continuing to think about that as you're going through your site. All right, let's go back up. Let's do a quick dive into the people and places, and then we'll move on down the site menu. All right, so we have people and places here. Again, no gallery caption. Here we were back to where it was before, where the sequence number and favorites are not showing up, but the download button still is here. Some beautiful photos though, some really cool looking stuff. Let's see, let's keep going down here. All right, so pretty much the same feedback I've had on the rest of your portfolios. Beautiful photos. My main concern is the download button, no caption, and no categories and keywords. Those are the big 3 things that I would focus on. Places. All right, let's see. Take a look at the places. Again, just some beautiful photos, really cool shots. Oh, that's really cool. Let's see, no categories and keywords at the bottom again as well. So same feedback pretty much consistently throughout your entire portfolio. Absolutely beautiful photos though. Let's move on to info. So we're going to go to info. We're going to go to about, and let's see how many. I'm a transplanted Minnesota restaurant in the Twin Cities. So good job having your information here. Enough information to kind of know about you. I don't see an about photo, so definitely would recommend getting an about photo in here. I definitely think that it's important that you have something so that if you're meeting a client, that's not the first time they're seeing you and people are getting familiar with your face. So definitely something I would recommend. And I will always advocate for an about video if you have the capabilities to do that. I think it's a wonderful thing to have. But a good job setting this up. I think it's really cool. Let's see. Reviewed, beautiful. And I like how you're using your images to kind of tell a story, and then you have this link to your portfolio gallery. One of the things I would also say is here on the About page, maybe you want to have something as well linking to, hey, if you're interested, reach out to me. Let's talk about your upcoming session or your upcoming dog show or something like that. Having a call to action here where they can, visit your portfolio is great, but also a call to action for them to actually get in contact with you. You've got your field gear listed here, and it looks like you shoot for a lot of magazines, so I know that can be important for that kind of work. Let's see, you've been published in the AKC Gazette, the German Shepherd Dog Review, lots of really cool stuff. So this is really cool to have this list of all the things that you've been published in here. I don't know if you can get links to any of these publications or any of the articles that you were published in, but linking to those would be really nice as well. But I think you got a really cool page here. This is definitely a custom About page. Great job setting it up. It looks great. Just missing that photo. I think that's definitely something you're going to want to add in here, but let's keep going. Let's go check out your products. All right, so these are your products. Let's just take a look here and see photographic prints. And so you got prints, and you have a little bit of information about your prints over here. And then what's really cool is you kind of have this image that you've created with these kind of representations of the prints. So that's really cool. Let's see what else we have down here. Just scrolling on, we've got canvas and metal prints. Some information here. All right, so this is really, really cool. It's like, basically it looks like to me like it's an explanation of your products for, when clients are asking, hey, what is this or what's that? This is really cool. I think that this is great to have. One of the pieces of information I would consider adding that I didn't see in here was maybe, I wouldn't add like my full price detail, but this is a great information page. Maybe just having a price range set in here. So photographic prints start anywhere from, I'm just throwing numbers out there, $8 to $10 up to blah, blah, blah. And I offer sizes as small as 8x10s to 16x20s or whatever. So maybe not detailing out what every product that you offer and every size that you offer, but just giving a range so that visitors who are here kind of have an idea of what they'll be able to purchase through you and what the products that you have to offer. Other than that, great page here. As well, on any custom page or any portfolio gallery, I'm always going to recommend that you have some calls to action. So when people get here and as they're reading, having some call to action, like maybe in here, interested in discussing a canvas print of you and your family pet for your living room, click here and let's discuss the options, or let's discuss what options are best for you. Something like that to let people act on the impulses that they have in the moment that they're having them here on these custom pages. So definitely something that I would think about. Let's keep going. Let's see pricing. So let's go check out your pricing page. All right, and really good, I'm seeing lots of really cool custom pages. So big kudos to you on creating these custom pages. They're really cool. I love this design that you've got going here. And then in here, you do have the book a photo shoot right here. So let's see what this goes to. All right, and so what this goes to is that goes to the built-in contact page, which I think is perfectly fine. I would definitely consider maybe rewording this, because I would be under the impression that I was going somewhere to actually book my shoot. And so definitely I would maybe rephrase this a little bit just to say, hey, let's discuss your ideas, or hey, let's discuss your photographic needs or whatever, something like that. Or reach out to me to discuss, just some way of letting them know that when they click this, they're going to be going somewhere where they can send an email and it's not actually a place where they can do a booking with you. So that's my personal opinion, definitely something I would think about here. But great job having it set up with that custom page and having that link in there. So good job with that. All right, let's just keep going here, going down. Mini sessions, lots of good information in here. Yeah, I think these are awesome. Fantastic job. Right here. So right here, if you're interested in having us photograph your event, please get in touch. This is really good wording, because this is going to the contact page where we can get in touch. Not where we can book a session, but where we can get in touch. So this is really good wording, I think. All right, horse events. Perfect. Yeah, this is a really cool page. You have a lot of options in here. So I'm almost wondering if maybe these should be split into separate menu items based on category. I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me. It is a little bit of scrolling and a lot of information, so maybe having it broken into separate pages, just something to think about there. Not a big deal breaker, not a big issue, more of a question. What do you guys think in chat? Do you guys think this is too much information for one page? Should it be broken out into separate options under that info drop down to separate pages for different sections? So, you know, all the animal ones could go together. You know, all the portrait sessions and wedding photos could go together. So just kind of having it separated by subject matter. What do you guys think in chat? Let me know. All right, let's move on to for businesses. Very cool though, great. One thing I will say is that you have a very well set up site menu item thus far. So up to this point, your site menu items are set up really nicely. It's really easy to navigate. It makes a lot of sense. It's just really easy to use. Let's see, business and commercial work. So talking a little bit about the stuff that you've done previously, custom shoot. Good information here. Click here to select the number of images you need. So what does this go to? Okay, and this is going to, nice. So this is going to a pre-order page, and I just want to show you guys really quick. One of the things, Kathleen, you want to be careful of is if I click this option did not open up in a new tab, and while this pre-order is still a Zenfolio page, we do lose all of your navigation. So anytime you're linking to pre-order, I definitely recommend having that open up to another page there. All right, so that's really cool here. Let's see. We're gonna run out of time here just trying to get through. So photos looks like it's completely separate. All right, so this looks like it's for your clients. Great job having that set up for your clients kind of separately. I might make a mention that that's for client photos and not just leave it worded as photos, but I think you've done a great job getting that client section separated. I would just call that out that that's for clients. Unfortunately, we're not going to have time to get to the blog or the contact page. Kathleen, thank you so much for submitting your site for review. Definitely a great website. Just those couple of things that I mentioned here on the homepage. My biggest issues with the portfolio are the lack of captions, categories, and keywords, and that download button. So going back and rethinking about that, adding the captions and then the keywords, making sure that that stuff is set to show so you can get a good search ranking, and then it helps Google understand what your site's about and helps it rank it accordingly. But thank you so much for submitting this site. I hope that it was helpful. You've done a wonderful job. Really cool logo, so thank you so much. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching that site review. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we post videos and when we go live. Now, if you're interested in having your site reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit your website for that. And in addition to getting a site review, you're also going to get a link where you can schedule a session with me. We're going to go over your website, go over the review. I'll answer any questions that you have and help you make any changes that you're interested in making. So the link to sign up for that is in the description below this video. Now, don't forget Zenfolio Live coming up this Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you guys there. Until then, I hope you have a great week.